Yeah, g'day friends. I just want to say a little bit about the coronavirus. Obviously, it's dominating world attention right now, as it should. Yeah, the death toll is really starting to get more serious with with a very serious death toll in Iran, Spain, Italy, and now America. America's got tens of thousands infected. There's about 250 odd people have died in America. In Australia, we've got 7 dead, over 10,000 infected. And mind you, it has died right down in China, as far as we know, if what they're telling us is correct. But we can expect the deaths and infections to go to a peak. And of course, there's all this talk at the moment about social distancing, about using hand sanitizer, isolating yourself, quarantines, all these things to flatten the curve of the deaths and infections, so that the hospitals can cope with the numbers, especially in the intensive care units. Because that's what's happening in Italy, where they don't have enough respirators, enough doctors and nurses, enough infrastructure, enough PPE. That's the masks and gloves and the clothing to protect yourself from the virus. So it's important to remember that we have an exponential increase going on. So it's not like with climate change. It's not a linear thing. It's an increase with acceleration. Okay, we expect it to decline at some point, but in the meantime, Australia, America, Italy, Great Britain, Germany, so all these countries are in an exponential increase with infections and fatalities. What makes the virus so bad is how contagious it is. It's not just it's airborne. Like remember, Ebola was not airborne. That was just through blood. But corona is through droplets, through the air when people cough or sneeze. But I think the scary one is that it exists on hard surfaces for days. Okay, the point of this video is to talk a bit about abrupt climate change in context of coronavirus, and just to say that Guy McPherson's main point about all this is that the decrease in industrial activity reduces the global dimming, the aerosol masking effect. So, the planet has been warming generally since the Industrial Revolution, but there was actually a bit of a plateau after World War II, which I don't think most people are aware of, and scientists believe that was because of the global dimming, which is the extra smog, the particulates, the sulfates that come particularly from brown coal, which blocks out the sun. So global dimming is just like an umbrella or a hat. Very, very simple concept, very easy to understand. So there's two things going on here. There's the greenhouse effect, which traps the infrared part of the light spectrum. So that's trapping heat like a blanket, but we're also wearing a hat or an umbrella over the entire Earth because of this phenomenon of global dimming, or the aerosol masking effect. And apparently the first peer-reviewed literature on the aerosol masking effect was in 1929, and there's been papers in the past few years. There was a BBC documentary about global dimming in, I believe, 2005. And what was profound in that video was that when they talked about 9/11, because when the planes flew into the buildings, or just after that, America shut down or grounded all commercial aircraft. And they found there was a measurable increase in temperatures, like quite obvious, not like a 0.1 increase. It was quite significant, quite indisputable. And that was just commercial aircraft. I mean, what's going on right now is less cars on the road, less shipping, less trucks, less trains, the whole bit, and less coal-fired power, and with a slight increase in wind turbines and solar and all that. Okay, so I haven't got the numbers, but with the loss of global dimming, all these particulates, the sulfates, fall to the ground within a matter of weeks. Some debate about whether it's how many weeks, but it's relatively speaking, this is a rapid change. We're talking about like a degree jump in average world temperatures, with like a 30% reduction in economic activity. If you have a look at China, their pollution, their smog went right down last month, but it's starting to come back. If anyone has any information about any effect so far with the loss of the dimming, just put it down in the comments. I mean, at least the past year or two, this is all that Guy McPherson's been talking about is global dimming, and it's what really, in his mind, sealed our fate, or stopped him having any hope. Because like he went into his homestead, he left civilization, lived off the grid, because he thought that was the answer to walk away from our fossil fuel based lifestyle and just get into renewables. As far as I understand, like, Michael Mann and all these people, David Attenborough, still saying that, or James Hansen still saying that renewables can save humanity. They're always saying it's not too late, but in fact we're actually speeding up the average world temperatures by taking away that hat or blanket. And of course, no environmentalist or scientist would advocate for a further overheating, a deliberate overheating of the planet. So, I just want to mention something about with Corona. Just one simple thing you can do is get some supplements like vitamin D3. Apparently it helps, just with your mucosa, the lining of your lungs, your lung tissue. It helps control inflammation, like with your cytokines. So go read up on it. But that's definitely has some evidence behind it. And a similar story with vitamin C. It's a proven fact that it helps, maybe not a cure, but it helps with your immune function. There's other like herbs or remedies or supplements that are more debatable. Like some doctors will say that garlic doesn't actually do anything. But others, some will say it, just helps with your lung function, helps your lungs to open up, to get rid of phlegm, maybe help with any kill off some bacteria that is there. What else can we do? Just drink fluids. Yeah, so with these hard surfaces that the virus can stick to, you might want to look at getting some disposable gloves. One of the top items that everyone's been panic buying is sanitizer, and you can make your own sanitizer at home with aloe vera gel. There's different recipes online to find out how you can make your own sanitizer, and one of the ingredients is isopropyl alcohol, which is another item which is running out because it's highly sought after to make sanitizer. Yeah, don't touch your nose, mouth. Maybe wear goggles. I haven't seen any evidence that masks actually work. But if you are going to wear one, it has to fit properly. And if possible, get a higher grade mask. Like there's P1, P2, P3. So you get one that only lets in very tiny particles. But the thing with masks is you can't just wear the same mask every day. You've got to keep replacing it. I think they only last like 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, so just talking about Corona, because it's trying to talk about that in terms of climate change, and just telling the truth, like what, as I was saying about the exponential function, just being intellectually honest about what's going on. Same with average world temperatures. Just facing up to what's happening. As I said in the last video, we as humans tend to be optimistic. We hang on to this idea of hope as intrinsically good, but it's only by accepting hopelessness, being in a hopeless state of mind, that you can face whatever grim realities may come. And it's not all bad. I mean, at least we know where we stand with all these things, and we were gonna die anyway. Everybody was born with a terminal illness, so to speak. But thanks for watching, and thanks to Going South for reposting my videos. He's a guy in Norway. All right, that'll do. Thanks very much.